Greetings and welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi, and thank you for tuning into your Soul Scopes. I want to welcome all the Scorpios. I was going to just jump right into Scorpio. But I want to welcome in all the Scorpios, all my lovely friends, and all the beautiful new humans who are tuning into the Soul Scopes for the very first time. It's going to be Scorpio Decan 1, whose birthdays range from October the 24th through November the 2nd. And if it's your first time tuning in, beautiful humans, this is a Akashic Record reading. So this is a channeled reading for the week of October 1st through the 15th, or the 2 weeks of. This is done bi-monthly from us here, and I'm Powered by Love. And so just tuning in here to the Scorpio Decan 1s. We got a couple of different movements happening here. So quite a few of you have already been hurtling through the darkness, and some places they call that the dark night of the soul, of going into the deeper journey of who you're trying to break free from. And in the course of time, you've probably already combated with relationship turmoil, your deepest and darkest inner fears coming to pass. You've probably seen that through either your family, your intimate relationship, so your long-term relationship, marriages. You've been facing that part of who you are. Those relationship events have said, hey, we don't like what you're doing, and we're just going to start pushing back and pulling back from you. And so you've been experiencing that, geez, I'd say since August, is from what I'm hearing, through the month of September has been a big eye-opener in that journey of acknowledging it, like really being able to see the parts of yourself that are the deepest, the darkest of your fears, of your rage, stress, anger, and also trying to force things to stay, whether that be the relationship, because I'm hearing that some of you went through some deep relationship breakups, and so now you're looking at mostly either how you created this, because now you're starting to see that it's not as easy to blame others and put fault findingness attached to why it happened. You're starting to look at yourself in a very, very different way. And that piercing beyond the darkness is when we get to see the light, the truth, and we get to stand. The more we break open that veil and poke our head through and say, I don't want to be this person anymore. So you're coming into the light. You're bringing that place of light quotient so that you can begin changing the story. You're trying to, and you're currently, some of you got a reprieve. So the relationship that had some turmoil right at the end of August, there was some bounce backness, some tug of war, a little bit of, emotional manipulation on your behalf. And there's a lot of love there for this particular Scorpio. This is you. Then I would highly request that you submit a chance to win a free reading to find out more details about it. And so you're finding that this person has decided that they were going to stand their ground, and the distancing of the relationship. So this has caused you to look within. This looking within is now setting in motion the change, the transformation from the person that you once were, that you were deciding this isn't working. for me. I'm tired. So you may not have said, this isn't working for me, but you are definitely tired and you are definitely exhausted, because heaviness is draining. So when you're stressed, depressed, the money isn't adding up, the relationship isn't adding up, and you are doing double overtime trying to hold everything together, right? How to turn the dynamic around is by piercing that veil and going through the light. And so there are guides that are with you right now who are showing you how easy it is to kind of walk on water just by saying, I don't like this part of myself, and I'm going to see how I can do this differently. And the light starts shining and says, yes, you can. And so then you grab a piece of that and say, okay, I believe that things are working out for me. You know, I don't believe that it necessarily has to be hard. I don't have to fight for it. I don't have to beg. And you're starting to see the more encompassing ways in which you're able to embrace yourself. You know, I don't have to be ashamed of my feelings or my fears. I can let go of these deep, dark secrets. So coming into the light is a letting go place for you. And the longer that you stand in the bath of the rain, the bath of the light, and just let it wash over you, you're going to start to receive clarity. Now that clarity I'm hearing is going to come in the first week of October. So we're talking about the weekend 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You're going to see a lot more clarity of how to pull your voice, your expression, your creativity, the love of self into a better view. So you're looking at the light, you're looking through the veil, you're seeing the possibilities of all that you can become, and you're going to gain a little bit of momentum to reach for it. And by the 10th, 11th, 12th, on into the next segment, because we'll be doing part 2. We do 2 a month. Again, we do this bi-weekly, to let the planets move, because there's planetary movements that are affecting this on top of your own energy that you're manifesting. So it takes a little time for you to see these outcomes. So there is a full moon on October the 1st, and then on 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you're going to start seeing revelations. You're already having dreams. You're already connecting with more information from within. Your soul is speaking, and you're starting to perk up your ears because you're seeing the light. You're seeing into the vision. And then right around, again, the 11th, 12th, it's more like the 12th, 13th, and 14th. You're going to see, as you start saying yes to your soul, you're going to start seeing that the light, it starts piercing through a little bit more. So you're actually going to see some deep synchronicities as you start reaching for that yes. Things are going to start turning around in your favor right around the 12th, 13th, 14th, no later than the 16th, for those who are really making those transformational changes in your life. And so we're going to go to a couple of different cards. We're going to do some synergies really quickly here. I'm going to be pulling from the Moonology deck, and these are the confirmational sets of cards that we're going to pull for this. Stepping into the light for you. And I can tell you, as a spiritual coach, Reiki master, Akashic record reader, I'm going to stop right there. So when cards pop out, as these did, they come to show out. You're going to be the lucky winner here of these cards. I'm going to go into these. These are going to be a confirmation. It's a time to give rather than to take. And this is a time to give up all of those parts of you that no longer serve you, and to take the parts of yourself, reclaiming those, and to step into the light. Claiming those places of self that you deeply have desired to walk in. It's going to take some rest and contemplation. And so that's what you're going to be doing mostly this week, as you start listening a little bit more closely about how to take those steps. This is about showing the world the real you, which we've been talking about, which is the light. You can't show yourself the real you if you're standing in the dark or in the shadows, hiding, living in the space of not connecting and engaging your full self. You've got to come into the light. You've got to come into full awareness. Your dreams need a practical plan. Now, it's not necessarily about the plan. We're talking about how to change and the transformational process. You cannot continue going down the same path. So you need to be looking at how you are going to change your mind about what it is you believe. They brought up the fighting, battling, forcing things, begging others to be there. How to change the dynamic of that story is a systematic change, and the letting go requires a practical plan. So the balance of spirituality and practicality belong here, as well as with the rest and contemplation, and this is where you're going to hear those details. Bringing love into the situation. You are the love, you are the center of the universe, and without your stepping into the light, which is love, the highest vibration available to us, we know this well at I Am Powered by Love, that when you focus on you, you become a powerful source of light that then begins to attract. You don't have to fight and struggle and battle and acquiesce in a loss of power. And a lot of us feel like victims in our story. Life is happening at us and to us and not through us, and we're not commanding the resource of our power, and that power is light and love. It is not the things that we think that they are. They're not status. They're not in your job. They're not in a title. They're not in your position. Power is when you come into the truth of who you are in love. And then you can wield the elements of the universe and then manifest intentions, desires, and dreams. And that's how you do that here at I Am Powered by Love. So actually, that's going to wrap it up right here. These are the Moonology deck. And I want to thank you for tuning in. And again, if this is you and you'd like a chance to win a free reading, that link is below. And also, if you're a subscriber, hey, we've got an exclusive offer that we don't have on any of our other social media. This is only for YouTube subscribers. That link is below for a chance at a discounted reading. We're only offering it to our YouTube subscribers because we just appreciate all the love and those who are finding our channel. We're brand new here, bringing the soul scopes to you. Just a different way to look at your soul through your sign. And so I want to thank you for coming out, my friends, and this is Demi. Namaste.